Dave, the decision to go with Drieger in the second, was that to give the team a jolt? Was that a performance-based decision?
Mostly just to try to change a little bit of the momentum at that point in time. So see, we were in a hole, and just getting back in. At that point, you're at a point where you give up another one, and now you're in a real deep hole. So really, just wanted to change the momentum and try to push the other way.
Say about special teams, both on the power play and on the field tonight. It seemed like it was a really tough area.
Yeah, we couldn't get a whole lot going on our power play, and it was nice that we got one finally. At the end, hopefully that breaks a little bit of it just gives us a little bit of momentum and loosens us up a little bit, because we looked tight on the power play. Obviously, giving up the shorty, that was, we were actually trying to make the right play on that. Marner read it. He can read. He's good in those areas. He read the play and turned it into a shorthanded chance again. So. The positive out of the power play is we got one at the end, and I hope that can carry over to something that loosens us up and gets us going in the right direction. PK, they went 2 for 2. So obviously we didn't get the job done.
Characterize it as a very frustrating game, obviously. So what was most frustrating to you, and how much of that was just falling behind early, but the style of play didn't matter what you looked?
Yeah, it was. It was. We got down 1, came back, pushed the momentum our way, towards the end of the kind of the middle part of the first period, tied it up 1-1. For me, the critical turning point was the second goal against. We had momentum at that time. It's a broken play down low in our zone, but it's a puck that we brought back and just weren't clean on exiting the zone, and that was one of the that's one of the real keys, especially against this team. If you're going to give, if you give them second opportunities, or opportunities that they haven't had to work really hard for, you're going to get in trouble. And that was the case on the second goal against. And that was, for me, that was a real key turning point, even though it was pretty early in the hockey game.
You guys are 4-12, after your wins. Do you think there's a reason why you're having problems stringing wins together after the first win?
I haven't seen any. I haven't seen anything that that's that is leading from one thing to the next. So I don't see a pattern. We've played pretty well. In a lot of games back to back over the last stretch here. Weren't happy with our play tonight. We weren't sharp. We weren't strong with the puck. That's the one area that we needed to be much better in tonight.
It comes in today with not a great result, but Jared McCann gets his 20th goal and a new career high. What is he, and against a team that could have protected him in the expansion draft, but didn't. What has he meant to the team?
Well, he's providing, he's providing offense for us. At the end of the day, he's growing his game. We've put him in the middle, asking him to play a significant role in the middle. So the pieces of providing offense are real important, and that's something that he's a shooter. He can beat goaltenders. One-on-one, he can. He's one of the guys that we have that can beat a goaltender. But along with that, the responsibility, as a centerman in one of those top 2 holes is an area of growth for him, and he's working hard at that.
Hey, Jerry was out here a few minutes ago and talked about working on some things in practice. What do you think you'd like to address when you guys are back in?
Oh, you're gonna go back and take another look at this, and won't base it completely off of this, but we'll do our regular review, Bob, as we always do after a game. Practice time is very limited. Tomorrow's an official day off, so we'll be off the ice tomorrow. We have 1 day of practice and then travel to Winnipeg the following day. We'll have the luxury of choosing 1 or 2 things that we can hit in practice before we get on the plane and head to Winnipeg. So we'll evaluate that later tonight.
Is there anything on the power play that you want to see differently done in these next 2 games on the road, or is it just playing a little bit loose in general?
No, you know what? Up to tonight, we've generated real good opportunities. You can go back and look at the power plays and the opportunities that have been generated. The puck hasn't gone in the net. Tonight that wasn't the case, especially early on. So we just got to get back to it. We'll touch on it a little bit in practice, and get back to it. It's an area at this time of year, specialty teams are going to dictate games, in a lot of cases. When you're playing well 5-on-5, it's going to be a tight hockey game, and specialty teams will dictate games. Tonight we lost that battle. Thanks.